All right, let's dive into one of the most powerful and honestly, life-changing ideas from the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's a single, super simple idea that once you really get it, you'll see the world of money in a completely different way. It might just be the key to everything.
So let me ask you a question, and be honest with yourself. Do you really know the difference between an asset and a liability? I know, you probably think you do. But what if I told you that the common definition, the one most of us learn, is the very thing that keeps people stuck financially? Let's find out. This quote from Kiyosaki just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's wild when you think about it. We spend more than a decade in school learning history, science, literature, but almost nothing about personal finance. And because of that, we're taught how to work for money, but never how to make money work for us. So let's start to fill in that gap right now. To solve this problem, Kiyosaki's rich dad had this one rule. It sounds almost too simple, but it is the bedrock of his entire philosophy. And here it is. Rule number one, you must know the difference between an asset and a liability. And by assets, that's it, seriously. The whole secret to building wealth isn't some crazy complex algorithm. It's just deeply, truly understanding this one thing. So what does that actually mean in plain English? Let's forget all the jargon you might have heard in an accounting class. We're going to strip it down to its absolute simple core. And here you have it. This is the only definition you will ever need. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. Period. It's all about the direction of cash flow. That's the whole game. So let's visualize this. An asset, it's like a little money tree you own. It sits there in your asset column, and month after month, it drops cash into your income column. It's actively working for you, making you wealthier. A liability, though, well, it's the total opposite. It's like a hole in your pocket. It just sits there in your liability column and constantly sucks money out, creating more and more expenses. It's a financial drain. Now, this simple difference is everything, because mistaking one for the other, well, that's how people end up stuck in what Kiyosaki famously dubbed the rat race. Let's see how that plays out. And this right here, this is the trap. This is the big mistake. People spend their money, their time, their energy buying things they believe are assets, when in reality, they are liabilities that are making them poor every single month. This picture, this tells the story for so many people. You get a job, the income comes in at the top, and where does it go? Whoosh! Right back out the bottom to pay for the mortgage, the car loan, the credit cards. See that asset column? It's empty. This is the rat race. You're running faster and faster, but you're not actually going anywhere. Okay, so this brings us to what might be the biggest financial myth of them all, the idea that the house you live in is your number one asset. But if we stick to our simple rule, does it put money in or take money out, then for most people, their house is actually their biggest liability. I know, that can be a tough one to swallow, but think about it. Your house constantly takes money out of your pocket. There's the mortgage payment, property taxes, insurance, repairs, you name it. All that cash is capital that could have been used to buy a real income-producing asset. And maybe even worse, it ties up your money so you lose the opportunity to learn by investing in other things. So if that's the trap that so many people fall into, what's the other side of the coin? How do wealthy people play the game differently using this exact same rule? It really all comes down to a simple change in focus. See, most people are focused on their paycheck, on their salary. But the rich, they are obsessed with one thing, their asset column. Their primary mission isn't just to earn more money, it's to acquire more assets. So what kind of stuff are we talking about here? Well, real assets are things like businesses you don't have to manage yourself, stocks and bonds, real estate that generates rent, even things like royalties from intellectual property. The common thread? They all put money in your pocket. And this is where the magic really happens. This creates a powerful, self-sustaining cycle. Your assets generate income, you take that income and you buy more assets. Those new assets generate even more income. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger and bigger, faster and faster. That is how the rich get richer. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually put this into practice? How do you take this one simple rule and build your own path to financial freedom?
Here's the playbook, and it's pretty straightforward. Number one, Your top priority is to build up that asset column. Make it your obsession. Number 2, be ruthless about keeping your liabilities and expenses low. That frees up cash to do step 1. And number 3, and this is the real secret sauce, buy luxuries last. But here's the kicker. Don't use your own money. Use the cash flow generated by your assets to pay for them. Let your investments buy you the nice things in life.
And really, it all comes down to this. Your high salary doesn't make you rich. What makes you rich is what you do with that money. It's not just about what you earn, it's about how much of it you can put to work for you. So the big question is, what are you going to do with your next dollar? Are you going to buy a liability, or are you going to buy an asset?